the space and just noticing where your body's in contact, maybe with the floor, the seat. And I'm going to ask you to notice right now your own energy. So maybe you've been on a beach somewhere very sunny for a week, or maybe you've been being a busy therapist, yoga teacher, or whatever. And just for where you are now, do you feel tired, hungry, thirsty? Do you need to go to the loo? What's your blood pressure like? Are you craving a cup of coffee? Really just notice what's going on for you right now. And again, can you, in that noticing, are you able to notice your breath right now? Is it there? Is it up? Is it down? Is it shallow? Are you breathing through your nose, through your mouth? And during today, we're bringing the body in to our work. We're bringing the soul in, we're bringing the spirit in. A red flag, which is for all working with the body. And again, we're going more deeper / behind the body, working with looking at spirit, soul, etc. today. It's not for everybody. This work is not for everybody in terms of our clients. Sometimes need, in fact, very often, I find now, very often, we need the GP, as if the GP is in the third seat, or another health professional sometimes, especially when we're working with pain and there may be a mix of a cocktail of medication going on. So pain, diabetes, thyroid, menopause, hormones. I'll be missing stuff here, so feel free to pop in the chat. Chronic pain, neurodiversity, ADHD, autism, people being on the waiting list for ADHD diagnosis. Today, the aim of today is for you to reflect on your client's autonomic nervous system, moments of connection with something higher. This is about hope. You may choose to share these moments, they may come to you later. Today is about hope, and we're connecting this with the breath, with the body, and the nervous system. Hope in our work. So I wanted to start today, before I went more into the content, was, and maybe these things don't really have words, but where spirit, soul, and really I'd like you to reflect, are they, for you, are they the same? Are they different? Spirit, soul, and we're going to unpack that through the day. But certain events, what do these things mean in our world? When the Queen died, that there's a rainbow. What does that mean? That there's rainbows at different parts of the country. What does that really mean if we're talking about conscious, unconscious? Where does this line of spirituality, soul, fit into our Western world? Western world, not Eastern world, Western. Is this a miracle? Is this God? Is this the aliens who have orchestrated rainbows across? No, what's the bit nobody's talking about? What's the emotional connection? And again, today, and again, people putting marmalade sandwiches in the parks. What's not being said? What's not being said here? And there's this thing going on at the minute. I don't know if you've noticed it. I'm not particularly interested in it, to be honest, but it is obviously around us systemically. And where does football come into this? Again, in society, what are people talking about? Right? What's not being spoken about? I'll just show you this quick video.
Toda arma e toda língua esta bola que é sua, que não é sua, então corra, negão, corra. Corra como se fosse o último dia da sua vida, tá? Seja feliz em campo, tá bom, filho? Tá? E entra com Deus, amém. Vai com Deus, beijo, tchau, tchau.
And I mean, I find that very emotional, I have to be honest, that video. And there's another one just on the football tip that I really want to share with you.
ليلك وجنة بالتجاف الليل تسريب واسأل عنا له منا قل علامات انت تدريبه مدعيكم غايب عنا والحكم ميوز في الغيبة ينبغي الإنسان يتأنى عنا ويحكم بأحكامنا مصيبة، لا تحس بالحيف ذا منا، إن صفنا خذ ونعطيبه، سوي يميل وبلغه عنا بسلك وجنة.
جاف الليل تسريب غيظ يا الطالش يلم عنا، خط بكتابك الترحيب لو سرابك ليلك وجنة، بالدجاف الليل تسريب.
بلغ المهموم ما تهنى، سهل الليلة يهذيبه، يشغله بالفكر والظن، مكر وسواس ولا عيبه، حزن في قلبه مخاف انه دون ناس خايف تعيبه، قول له اللي له المنه.
So with the football, again, what's not being said? What is being said? What's happening in our society, in the systemic and being said, not being said in certain spaces? Just interesting. So I'm gonna ask you just to get curious about that. And I did put this Robin image on the flyer for this. And again, when people mention, not all people, but they say I've seen a robin, that's the spirit animal. But what is that? Is that my father-in-law? Is that what's happening? What beliefs are going on? What comfort does that bring people? And even, you know, a lot of people now, when I found this book this morning, the Paulo Coelho stuff, and, you know, the alchemy book was very popular it still is very popular, but a lot of people manifest your goals. And the secret book comes round, doesn't it? In waves where people get interested in it. What's going on? What's going on? What's being sold in a book? But what do people believe? Is it a miracle? Is it a miracle? Is it the unconscious? What's actually happening? And I'll touch on this, and I'm sure we'll come back to this through the day, about Christmas, spirit, soul, Coca-Cola, emotional times. Where what does this mean? What does this